Hello again. So we are getting close to the end. I just want to show you one more example, and the last one is just another video for you to watch. So another application is one that you used all the time, even if you didn't know it, which is Facebook's Open Graph Protocol. So what's the idea? Basically, again, you have embedded structured data in a web page so that you can turn them into a graph object. You've seen in the other examples, a lot of the web pages are using schema.org. And I mentioned before that schema.org is a schema that's especially designed for search engines. So where the user, the consumer, are all the major search engines, like Google, obviously, but also Bing and all the other major search engines, because they get all this value of structured data, movie ratings, product prices, and so on directly from the pages. Now, Facebook had a similar idea. Facebook is all about collecting data about you, about people. So the consumer now is Facebook, and they are using their own schema. So their own vocabulary, not schema.org. They're using OGP, the Open Graph Protocol. So how does this work? Well, one of the major techniques Facebook is using is the like button and the various ways of sharing and watching content. Now, again, Facebook wants to know information about you, what you like, what you are interested in. And one of the things it's doing with it is showing you relevant information in your newsfeed, which has, again, all kinds of other problems that we're not going into here, the filter bubble issue and so on. But here, let's focus on how this actually works technically. Basically, we have the structured information in a graph on a page that you're looking at, and now you are interacting with it. You can do this, for example, just by watching, and more explicitly by clicking the like button. At that moment, Facebook can make a connection in the graph with you and the content that you watched. So this is information it will add to your profile. And one of the things that's very, controversial, if you like, is that this also works if you're not logged into Facebook. Because when you're watching a page and you're interested in it, Facebook at that moment might not know who you are, but it can still create a node in the graph with a certain URI, and it knows that this URI was interested, read, watched, interacted with the content on the web. Now, if at any other point you are logging into Facebook, it can connect all of these earlier URIs with your node in the graph that describes you and enhance all the other information it has about you. So, as I mentioned, one way of using it is when it shows you relevant content in the newsfeed, but that's not actually the main use case. At one point in time, you were actually able to query this graph directly. There was something called Facebook Graph Search and various functionalities. It was available between 2013 till 2019. Since then, it was removed. They never said explicitly why they removed it, but it's pretty obvious that there was a lot of privacy implications, because these graphs that Facebook is building is very detailed, and you can write some very fine-grained queries. This was, for example, you could use it to stalk someone using some cleverly crafted queries. The other major application of this graph construct is for placing the ads. This is how Facebook makes money. It's selling ads, and it has to sell ads targeted to the person that are interested in them. So maybe you have never done it before, but you can try out how it works by trying to place an ad And what you can do at that point is have a very specific description of the people that you want this ad to see. Now, if you want to say, okay, I have this ad here, but I only want to show it to male Concordia and McGill students that went out for a burger at McDonald's in the night and are interested in this music group, then you can be so specific and Facebook will show the ad only to this very specific user group. This is why people pay lots of money to Facebook, because it is able to target these ads very specifically. And Facebook makes money just with this capability that it knows so much about the people that it can offer this very fine-grained way of placing the ads. So to understand a bit more how this works, have a look at some web pages online. So here, for example, there's a page from the New York Times, and the main principle you've seen before. It's not really using the full power of RDF. It's using a slightly simplified version, but the core idea is the same. Now you have various properties. You have the subject, the property, and the object for that property. And on the worksheet and task number 9, you can try this out with maybe the New York Times or something that's almost as high quality, something like the Montreal blog. And as always, post your insight on the Moodle discussion forum, and I'll see you again in the last part of the lecture. Bye-bye.